So without further ado, let's get started. So what I would like us to start off with is the Japanese writing system. So what do we need to know about the Japanese writing system is that it consists out of 3 writing scripts. The first one is Hiragana, Hiragana, Hiragana. The second one is Katakana, Katakana, Katakana. And the third one is Kanji, Kanji, Kanji. So you might ask, why do we need 3 writing scripts? Why isn't one enough? Because each of these writing scripts play a significant role in this Japanese writing system. So let's take a look. What role does Hiragana, Katakana, and Kanji play? So first of all, Hiragana, it is used to write down purely Japanese words, grammatical endings, and honorifics. So we use it for conjugating verbs and things like that, and writing down purely Japanese words. How can we distinguish Hiragana from other writing scripts is that it looks very elegant, the lines are very soft, and I will show you how it looks like later on. For Katakana, it is used to write down foreign words. So for example, people's names, names of places, food, names of cities, and etc. All foreign words. Okay? And Kanji, Kanji came from ancient China, and it is used to write down a word or a concept. Okay? So let's take a look at how these 3 writing scripts would look in a sentence. Let's read the sentence together. アリソンさんはケーキを食べます。アリソンさんはケーキを食べます。アリソンさんはケーキを食べます。So, アリソンさん means Allison. So, アリソン is Allison, and さん is a prefix that we use next to people's names to make it sound more polite, like Mr., Mrs., Mrs., and etc. Wa is a topic particle that I will talk about later on. Keiki means cake. Tabemasu will eat. So, Arison will eat cake. Now, which out of all these letters, out of all of these characters that you see on your screen, which of them are Hiragana? Well, it would be these. These circled characters would be written in Hiragana. So what you can see here that sanwa is written in Hiragana, and it has very soft curvy lines that we can distinguish from other characters. Also particle o and grammatical endings for verbs. So yes, for katakana, it's more sharp. It's not as elegant. So we use it to write down foreign words like names like Allison, Arison, Arison, or names of food like cake, keiki, keiki. Very good. And last one, kanji. We use it to express a concept or a word. So this is to eat, okay? But if we write down only kanji, we will not know is this present tense, past tense, what is happening. That's why we need grammatical endings to conjugate the verbs, and we will write that in hiragana. Very good. So now, without further ado, let's get started and let's start learning our first writing script, hiragana. Hiragana. Now, our main base of hiragana will be 5 vowels. A, I, u, o. So we have a, I, u, o. A, I, u, o. Okay, 5 vowels. Now, we need to also know the way how to write them, okay? So we need to know the stroke order. So I will show you the stroke order right now. So our first stroke would be a horizontal stroke, left to right. 1. 1. Very good. Our second stroke would be 2. 2. Very good. And our third stroke would be this curve. 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now for I. Our first stroke will be a small hook, 1, 1. And our second stroke will be this line, ching, ching. So we have hook and ching. Very good. For our first stroke would be this one, 1, 1. And our second stroke would be this wave, 2, 2. So we have 1, 2. Very good. For our first stroke would be this one, 1. And then we would have 2, this long stroke, 1, 2. So the first part of 2 is like a Z, 1, and then it becomes a curve, 1, 2. Perfect. And for O, our first stroke is horizontal stroke, 1. Our second stroke is this one, 2 with the curve, and this is 3. Ching. So you have 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So this is our A, I, U, E, O. A, I, U, E, O. Very good. Let's move on to our second line, the K line. And K line is like this. Ka, ka, ki, ki, ku, ku, ke, ke, ko, ko. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. Very good. Now, let's learn how to write them down. Let's learn the stroke order. You ready? Let's go. Our first stroke would be this one, 1. Second stroke would be top to bottom, 2. And this would be our third stroke, 3. So we have 1, top to bottom, 3. Perfect. This is our ka. For ki, we have a first stroke here, 1. Then we have a second stroke here, 2. Then we have our third stroke, 3, and we should stop around here and then leave an empty space in between and then go 4. Why am I saying this to you? Because this is a printed key letter. When we're writing it down in a handwritten way, it will look differently. So it will have a little space in between. So imagine 1, 2, 3. Someone stops you here. Then you make a little break here. And then you continue. 4. 1, 2, 3. And you continue here. 4. Very, very good. For ku, ku, imagine that it's a small bird flying to your left. 1, 1, 1. That's just one stroke. Very good. Ke, ke. We have stroke number 1, 1. Stroke number 2, 2. And stroke number 3, top to bottom. So we have top to bottom here, left to right here, top to bottom here. This is our ke. Perfect. And for ko, we have 1, and then we have 2, continuing. 1, 2. This is also not a handwritten letter. So for handwritten letter, you would need to continue until here, then leave a break, and then continue here. Very good. So we have our ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. Very good. And now it's time for our S line. And in our S line, we have sa, sa, shi, shi, su, su, se, se, so, so. Sa, shi, su, se, so. Sa, shi, su, se, so. Very good job. So now let's look at the stroke order of the S line. So the first stroke for sa would be 1, left to right, horizontally. 1. Then we would go 2, and we would stop around here, and then we would leave a little break, and we would start here, 3. Yes, I know that this little break is not visible here, but when we are handwriting it, it will look differently. So we have 1, 2, stop here, 3, continue. Perfect. Let's move on to shi, So she basically is like a small hook. Imagine that you're going fishing. So it's just like one. Very easy. Let's move on to su. So we have a horizontal line, one. And the second stroke would be one with a curve going down. So one, and then with a curve going down. So this is stroke number one. Stroke number two for su. Now let's move on to se. So first we have a horizontal stroke left to right, one. Then we have top to bottom, two, and we have three. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. This is our set. And for so, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically it's one stroke. Look, 1. Perfect. So this is our S line. Sashi suse so. Sashi suse so. Perfect. Now let's take a look at our T line. So we have ta, chi, tsu, te, to, ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Perfect. Now let's look at the stroke order of ta. So first we have left to right, 1. Top to bottom, 2. And we have 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. This is our ta. For chi, we have horizontal line left to right, 1. And our second line would be 2. With like a little wave here. So 1, 2. This is our chi. Perfect. For tsu, we have a small wave. 1. This is our tsu. For te, we also have only one stroke. 1. Very easy. And last one is to. So we have stroke number 1, 1, and stroke number 2, 2. 1, 2. Amazing. Very good. So we have ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Now let's move on to our N line. And here we have na, ni, nu, ne, no. Nani, nu, ne, no. Very good. And now let's take a look at the stroke order of na. So we have 1, 2. So left to right, top to bottom, then this one here, 2, and then a little ribbon here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. This is na. For ni, we have here 1. I know that you cannot see it here, but it should be like a small hook going back up. So 1 and then 2. 1 and 2. So this is ni. For ne, our first stroke would be here, 1. And our second stroke would be like this, 1 and. So we have 1 and then 2. So we have only 2 strokes, but a lot of curves, so be careful. 1 and 2. This is nu. For ne, our first stroke would be top to bottom, 1. And second stroke would be like a Z and then curving up here. So 1 and then 2 curving up. This is ne. And for no, we start here and it's only one stroke. 1. Like a bagel. 1. Perfect. So we have our N line. Nani, nu, ne, no. Very good. Here we have our H line. Ha, ha, hi, fu, he, ho, ha, hi, fu, he, ho, ha, hi, fu, he, ho. Let's start off with ha. So we start here with small hook, 1, and again here you cannot see it because it's a typed letter. And a second stroke is here, 2, and a third stroke is here, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. This is ha. For he, we only have 1 stroke. 1, 1, 1. Perfect. For fu, this is our first stroke, 1. This is our second stroke, 2. Third stroke, 3. Fourth stroke here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. This is fu. For he, we only have 1 stroke, so we have 1, 1, 1. The right side is a bit longer, as you can see. This is he. And for ho, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So this is ho. So this is our H line. Ha, hi, fu, he, ho. Ha, hi, fu, he, ho. Very good. Now let's learn the hiragana M line. So let's start off. Ma, mi, mu, me, mo. Ma, mi, mu, me, mo. Ma, mi, mu, me, mo. And now let's look at the stroke order. So the first stroke for ma would be horizontal stroke left to right, 1. Second stroke would be also horizontal stroke left to right, 2. And the third stroke would go through both of them, 3 with a little knot. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now let's take a look at mi. The first stroke would look like this. 1. Very good. One more time. 1. And the second stroke would be like this. 2. So we have 1, 2. Mi. For mu, the first stroke is a horizontal stroke left to right. 1. And the second stroke is a very long stroke. 2. And going up to here. And the third stroke is here. So we have 1, 2, 3. Very good. This is mu. For me, the first stroke is 1. And the second stroke is 2. 1, 2. Perfect. This is me and mo. So this is stroke number 1, stroke number 2, and the last stroke. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. This is our M line. Ma, mi, mu, me, mo. Ma, mi, mu, me, mo. Now let's take a look at these 3 sounds. Ya, y, yo. Ya, you, yo. Very good. So now let's learn the stroke order of ya. So the first stroke is this one. 1. Second stroke is this one. 2. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Pay attention to this curve here. So this is ya. For you, the first stroke is this one. 1. And this is the second stroke. 2. So we have 1, 2. This is you. And for yo, the first stroke is here, left to right. 1. And this is the second stroke. 2. 1, 2. Yo. So this is our ya, you, yo. Ya, you, yo. Very good. Let's take a look at the R line. So we have ra, ri, ri, ru, ru, re, re, ro, ro. Pay attention here that the R sound is not as harsh as in English, so it's not like R, not like R, but it's very soft in between L and R. So like ra, ri, ru, re, ro. It's quite soft, okay? So let's start off with ra. What is the stroke order? So the first stroke would be this one, 1. And the second stroke would be 2. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2. This is ra, ra. So the stroke order for ri, we have 1 with a little hook and 2 going down. 1 with a little hook, 2 going down. This is ri. For ru, there is only one long stroke. So we start here, 1. This is one stroke. 1. Very good. So this is ru, ru. Now let's take a look at re. The first stroke is top to bottom, 1. 1. And the second stroke is very long as well, 2. 2. So it starts off as a Z, but then goes up and it's like a wave with a curve. So 1, 2. This is re, re. And ro also has only one stroke, so 1, 1. This is ro, ro. So this is our R line. Ra, ri, ru, re, ro. Ra, ri, ru, re, ro. Very good. Now we have wa, wa, wo, wo, wa, wo, So let's take a look at the stroke order for wa. Our first stroke goes top to bottom, 1. Our second stroke is only one stroke and it's like a Z, but then it's like a wave coming inside. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2. This is wa. For wo, the first stroke is horizontal stroke left to right, 1. The second stroke is this one, 2. And the third stroke is a hook, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is wo. And for there's only one stroke, 1. 1. Perfect. So this is wa, wo, wa, wo, Perfect. So this is wa, wo, wa, wo. And now let's learn about the diacritical marks. So there are 2 types of diacritical marks in Japanese language. One type has 2 small lines like this, ten, 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 ten. And another type is this small little bubble. Small little bubble. So what role do these diacritical marks play in Japanese language? Well, instead of creating new characters for Hiragana and Katakana to express new sounds, we instead add them to the letters and characters that we already have to create new sounds. Yes, I will show you how it will look like very soon. First of all, there are 2 specific names for these diacritical marks. So the first one is dakuten, dakuten, but I like to call it just ten, 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 ten. It's easier to remember. And this little circle, little bubble is called handakuten, handakuten. But these 2 names are very scientific and very specific, and for you learning Japanese language, it's not important to know them. So just remember ten, ten and little bubble, and then you should remember what role and what sounds will they create, okay? Let's take a look. So, do you remember what letter is this? Yes, this is Hiragana letter ka. Ka. If we add the small diacritical mark 10, 10, 10, 10, this ka will turn into ga. Ga. Okay, so it will create a new sound. So instead of ka, it will sound like ga. Ga. Perfect. Now, let's take a look at these letters. So if ka turned into ga, what will happen to ki, ku, ke, ko? I will give you 5 seconds to think about it before we look at the answers. Yes, so they will turn into gi, gi, gu, gu, ge, ge, and go, go. So we will have ga, gi, gu, ge, go, ga, gi, gu, ge, go. Very good. And as you can see, we will write these marks next to the letter on the right side, okay? Very good. And as you can see, we will write these diacritical marks next to these letters on their right side, like this, okay? Very good. Now, let's take a look. So before, this was our S line. This was sa, shi, su, se, so. But when we added these diacritical marks, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, these letters became za, za, ji, ji, z, z, ze, ze, and zo, zo. Very good. So we have za, ji, z, ze. So we have za, ji, z, ze, zo. Very good. Now, the T line, ta, chi, tsu, te, to, will turn into da, da, ji, ji, z, z, de, de, do, do. So, da, ji, z, de, do, da, ji, z, de, do. Very good. Our H line, ha, hi, fu, he, ho, will turn into ba, ba, bi, bi, bu, bu, be, be, bo, bo. Ba, bi, bu, be, bo. Ba, bi, bu, be, bo. However, if we write a little bubble next to the H line, it will become pa, pa, pi, pi, pu, pu, pe, pe, po, po. Pa, pi, pu, pe, po. Pa, pi, pu, pe, po. Very good. Now, let's learn about another thing in Japanese language. This thing will be called contracted sounds. So first, let's take a look at these letters. Ya, ya, yu, yu, yo, yo. So now let's take a look at these contracted sounds. So what do I mean by contracted sounds? So this ya, yu, yo will become very small. So this ya, yu, yo for contracted sounds will be half of the size of normal ya or normal hiragana letter. So if you can see, the size of ya and size of ki are very different, right? Okay. And when we will add this ya, yu, or yo to a normal hiragana character like ki, so ki plus ya will not be kiya. It will be kya, kya, kya. And that's why we will call it contracted sounds, because we will contract them, okay? So here we have kya, kya. Now let's take a look at how this would look like with ki and then afterwards with gi. So ki plus ya would be kya, kya. Ki plus yu would be kyu, kyu. Ki plus yo would be kyo, kyo. Gi plus ya would be gya, gya. Gi plus yu would be gyu, gyu. Gi plus yo would be gyo, gyo. So we have kya, kyu, kyo, gya, gyu, gyo. Very good. Now with shi and with ji. So we will have sha, sha, shu, shu, sho, sho. Ja, ja, ju, ju, jo, jo. Sha, shu, sho, ja, ju, jo. Very good. Now with chi and with ni. So we have cha, cha, chu, chu, cho, cho. Nya, nya, nyu, nyu, nyo, nyo. Very good. Now with H line, we will have hya, hya, hyu, hyu, hyo, hyo, bya, bya, byu, byu, byo, byo, pya, pya, pyu, pyu, pyo, pyo. Very good. Now with mi and with ri. Mya, mya, myu, myu, myo, myo. Rya, rya, ru, ru, ryo, ryo. So we have mya, myu, myo, rya, ru, ryo. Very good. Now that we have learned about contracted sounds, let's take a look at prolonged vowels. So, if we want to have prolonged a, prolonged e, prolonged u, prolonged e, or prolonged o, what do we need to do? Well, if we want to have prolonged a, let's say we have the word oka-san, so we have ka here. If we want prolong this a sound to ka, we need to add one more a, and then it will be oka-san, oka-san. So a will sound like this, a. So to make a double, you need to add an extra a. To make e double, let's say we have the word oni-san. So we have oni, we have ni. We need to add an extra e to make it oni-san, oni-san. To make it like this, to make it e. If we want to make a double u, we need to add an extra u. So let's say we have the word suji. So after su, we need to add extra u to make it longer. So suji, suji. Very good. So it becomes like this. Now to make double e, it's a bit tricky. So we can either add an extra e, like one-san, one-san. So after ne, we add an extra e, so it's ne. It's like this, ne-san. Or it can be like this, eiga, eiga. So we have word movie, eiga. So after e, we add e. And we don't say eiga, we say eiga, eiga. Very good. And to make it double o, we need to add either u, either o afterwards. So let's look at the word boshi, boshi. So after bo, we add an extra u, and it becomes boshi. Becomes like this, boshi. Or we have the word toka, to. So afterwards, we can add o, toka, and it also becomes double. So it depends on the situation. Now, we learn how to make prolonged vowels. Let's look at how to make double consonants. So, let's take a look at this word, katta, katta. So this is small tsu, this is not big tsu. If it would be big tsu, we would say katsuta. But this is small tsu, it's half the size of a normal hiragana letter. If it's half the size of a normal hiragana letter, it works as a tool to make the consonant coming afterwards double. So we don't pronounce it at all, we just make the consonant coming afterwards double. So if we have T, it becomes double T, katta. If we have mat and te, it will be matte, matte, T will become double. If we have su and pai, the P will become double, suppai, suppai. So if you write a small tsu, it will make a double consonant, like double T, double P, double K, or double S. And there's one more way. If we're talking about consonants like n, like n, so we need to add an extra n to na, ni, nu, ne, no. So if we have word yonnen, nen is ne, so we need to add n, yonnen, so it's double n. Very good. Now let's practice. You will see a hiragana letter on the screen, and I will give you 5 seconds to think about what letter is this, okay? If you feel like you need more time, feel free to pause the lesson, okay? Let's go. So what letter is this? A. A. Very good. What letter is this? O. O. What letter is this? Ru. Ru. What letter is this? Ro. Ro. What letter is this? Ne. Ne. What letter is this? Re. Re. What letter is this? Wa. Wa. What letter is this? Chi. Chi. What letter is this? Chi. Chi. What letter is this? Su. Su. What letter is this? Me. Me. What letter is this? Nu. Nu. What letter is this? I. I. What letter is this? She. She. What letter is this? Mo. Mo. What letter is this? Ma. Ma. What letter is this? Ha. Ha. What letter is this? Ho. Ho. What letter is this? Sa. Sa. What letter is this? Ki. Ki. What letter is this? Ga. Ga. What letter is this? Za. 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 What letter is this? Pa. Pa. What letter is this? Bo. Bo. What letter is this? Po. Po. What letter is this? Ba. Ba. What letter is this? Z. 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 What letter is this? Zo. Zo. What letter is this? G. G. What letter is this? Go. Go. How do we pronounce this? Kyo. Kyo. Ki plus yo. Kyo. Kyo. How would we pronounce this? Kyo. Kyo. Because this is a contracted sound. Kyo. Kyo plus u, so it's prolonged. Kyo. Kyo. How would we pronounce this? Mya. Mya. Mi plus ya would be mya. Mya. How would we pronounce this? Myo. Myo. Mi plus yo, myo. How would we pronounce this? Myo. Myo. Because we have myo plus so it's prolonged. Myo. Now let's practice. Let's try to write down these letters in Japanese. I will give you 5 seconds, but feel free to pause this lesson here to take as much time as you need to write it down, okay? Let's go. Ao, ao, it would mean blue. I love. Ao, ao, to meet. Very good. How about these words? Ame, ame, rain. Ashi, ashi, leg. Asa, asa, morning. Ie, ie, house. Uta, uta, song. Eki, eki, train station. Oto, oto, sound. Okay, now let's try these words. Kau, kau, to buy. Kita, kita, north. Kuma, kuma, bear. Keshiki, keshiki, view. Koko, koko, here. Okay, let's try these ones. Sakana, sakana, fish. Shika, shika, deer. Suika, suika, watermelon. Semi, semi, cicadas. Sora, sora, sky. Okay, let's try these words. Take, take, bamboo. Chikai, chikai, near. Tsuki, tsuki, moon. Te, te, hand. Tori, tori, bird. These words. Namae, namae, name. Niwa, niwa, garden. Inu, inu, dog. Neko, neko, cat. Nori, nori, glue. Okay, let's try these words. Hana, hana, nose or flower. Hikoki, hikoki, airplane. Fune, fune, boat. Hebi, hebi, snake. Hon, hon, book. Let's try out these words. Mae, mae, before or in front of. Michi, michi, street. Mushi, mushi, insect, bug. Me, me, eye. Momo, momo, peach. Let's try out these words. Yaku, yaku. Yuki, yuki, snow. Yoru, yoru, evening. Now let's try to write down these words. Rainen, rainen, next year. Risu, risu, squirrel. Saru, saru, monkey. Rekishi, rekishi, history. rosoku, rosoku, candle. And our last words, let's do this. Wakame, wakame, seaweed. O particle wo. Nen, years. Otsukare-sama desu. You have worked so hard. So otsukare-sama desu is otsukare-sama desu is like a ritual phrase that people say after they work hard and finish work. They say it to each other every day. So I'm paying my respect to you because you have worked so hard and you have learned hiragana. So otsukare-sama desu and omedetou gozaimasu. Congratulations, you have finished your first lesson of this course. So I will see you in our second lesson.